Hello and welcome to Brawl Talk. I am so excited to be joined here today by Lex, Kairos Time, and Trickshot. Guys, it feels like it was almost yesterday we were here filming the Community Roundtable.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And now we are back.
Ready to talk about some Brawl Stars.
That's right.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Are you guys excited to hear about the update?
I am.
I am. How much you got for us?
Oh, I got all of it.
All right.
Let's get started.
Let's do it.
Okay, Ryan, so since the last Brawl Talk, you guys talked a little bit about Global and why you weren't ready. You know, you wanted to improve the game and get it ready for Global. We're at another Brawl Talk now. It's time for an update. Is Brawl Stars ready for Global or not?
Brawl Stars is not ready yet. Now let me explain why. Again, we're still working on things, and again, the reason we haven't been pumping out tons of brawlers or tons of skins or maps or modes is because what we're doing is working on a pipeline. So our goal is, when we can go global, to be able to put out brawlers and skins very regularly. We want to send them out to you guys like as quickly as we can, a ton of them, almost overwhelm you with stuff. In order to do that, we have to build a pipeline. We have to get our back end ready, like running smooth, so that after global, if we go global, it's just smooth sailing, and the dev team can work purely on features like modes and.
Yeah, that's actually pretty exciting because, you know, if and when, we're just going to say yes because I want to. If and when they go global, there's going to be, like you said, a constant stream. So there's always going to be new content rolling out to us. It's something we're never going to be getting bored at all.
That's the goal.
Love it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yep.
Can't wait.
All right, so that's global. And it's good to know that you guys have a plan moving forward. But specifically for this update, there's no new brawlers and no new game modes, correct?
That's right. So we won't have brawlers or game modes in this update, but we are working on them behind the scenes.
So, Kairos, you've been working on the Stop the Spin initiative on Reddit. It's been kind of flaring up all over the community. So I wanted to ask first, how was that going for you? And maybe ask Ryan next if there's any plans to help stop teaming, maybe from the dev team sides.
Yeah, so that definitely was beneficial, at least in some parts of the trophy ranges, you know, up in the higher competitive showdown.
I saw the whole top of the leaderboard had the green crest.
They did, yes, absolutely. But still, they were supporting it, but still there were a lot of players at the top that are still spinning, and competitive showdown still has a lot of that. And so that made, you know, teaming is still very prevalent in a lot of parts of showdown. Do you guys have plans to try? I mean, I came here just for that.
To stop the spin.
To stop the spin.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's sort of let me explain first how the dev team is feeling about teaming in Showdown.
Okay.
We don't outright want to get rid of teaming. We think there can be some really interesting dynamics when you see somebody else out there and you spin and you think, maybe they're my ally, maybe they're gonna betray me, you don't know. Ultimately, they will have to betray each other at the end. However, it shouldn't be the case where the only option is teaming, where the whole, all 10 players in the showdown are teaming up. That's not how we want it to
Where
go.
you either have to team or you don't play showdown.
Or you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a couple tricks up our sleeve.
Okay.
Now, we are testing these right now. They're very bare bones and we're experimenting to see how they feel. So maybe none of them go out. We have to make sure they're actually fun. But one of the ideas that we're bouncing around is if you're teaming and if you're kind of bunching up with people and not attacking each other, perhaps some meteors are flying from the sky and attacking you in Showdown. So you have to kind of be very
So you have to
careful
stay
there.
away from each other
That's
and
right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the wrath of God rains down upon the teamers.
That's
what you're saying,
exactly
basically.
right. Yes.
All right, then I can get behind it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's actually really cool because I feel like that's going to create a lot of opportunities for people to backstab each other and things like that and make it so that you have an opportunity to stop the spin.
That's it.
That's the goal.
We have a couple more things we're trying out too. For example, I don't have a name for it. I don't even know what to call it, but we're experimenting with a little green circle that will spawn a little elixir bottle that will give you, say, 100% extra damage, 50% extra speed.
Really?
And so it creates this sort of, you want to race to get that. But if there are other people there on your team and one of you gets the power up, it's a little bit more difficult to keep that team element going because the guy with the power up can just blast you.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of cool things done with that. You could use it as bait for somebody.
Exactly.
Hide in a bush. There's this really cool elixir bottle. Why don't you come get it? And then bam, take them out right when they're going for it. It'd be
Or
fun.
you created a new strategy and it's not even out yet.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
And so we're testing this not only in Showdown, but possibly in the other game modes too. So we're testing a bunch of fun things like these, and we're seeing how we can use it to spice up all the gameplay, not just Showdown.
Very cool.
Cool. That's exciting to hear. Thanks for putting that out there.
You got it.
Now, Ryan, you know the last time that I was here for Brawl Talk, I did give you the big oof shirt.
You did. I'll never forget that.
Well, you know, but here's the deal. That was in a time, you know, it wasn't the greatest spot that Brawl Stars has ever been in, but I will say that the team has really come a ton since then. Not the team, just the game has come a long way since then, and things have improved so much. I think it's absolutely time to retire the oof. So in commemoration of that, we've got here your very own personal oof t-shirt.
My own oof?
You got your own oof.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
It's the last one that will ever be made because there's no more oof needed.
Oh man, I hope so.
There
Should I burn it or?
Do what you want with it, honestly. So the most requested feature that I get from everyone in my YouTube comments, I know you do too, Kairos, Supercell ID.
Oh, yeah.
What's the status? When can we link our iOS accounts to Android?
Is that true?
It is, absolutely.
All the
Kairos,
time.
you too?
All the
For
time.
Reddit.
Okay.
We want it.
Then I have good news. It is coming with the update.
Yes.
Supercell ID is finally coming. Now, I mean, especially since, you know, we were on iOS for so long, many Android players who were natively Android came onto, you know, an iPad or something, and now they want to go back
Right.
to Android, and it's super tough for them. So yeah, we hear ya. SCID is coming.
That's awesome. That'll be
Perfect.
great.
So Ryan, one of the biggest requests on Reddit would definitely have to be new skins for brawlers that maybe don't already have one, or maybe some brawlers who don't have a really good skin and they want something kind of like the Phoenix Crow. Maybe nothing as special, because that Phoenix Crow is pretty special, but is there anything coming in this update?
So, I mean, after the fan art contest, I was blown away. There were
yeah.
hundreds
Amazing.
and
Awesome
hundreds
stuff.
of submissions,
Agreed.
all with tons of skin ideas, all kinds of stuff. So now we have a huge bank of ideas to draw from. We're hoping to get at least one skin into this update.
Okay.
Nice.
Not sure what it'll be yet, but we're hoping to get one in. Again, and the reason being, I know I've talked about this 100 times, but we're working on the 3D models of the characters, get them all finished and done, and once they're all polished, this is what we're doing in the background, once they're all polished, we can churn out skins much more quickly.
Yeah, I saw some of those
good.
3D models, like the ones that you showed in your Q&A of Colt, and Mortis was in there as well.
Yeah.
Those look really, really good.
They were great.
I get a lot of people asking about replays.
That's right.
That's kind of what a lot of people are wanting with this next update. Do you guys have any update on that?
So we are working on replays. I know I
Okay.
said this before, and it's been taking a while, and I appreciate all of your patience so much. Let me take a minute to explain why it has been so complicated. If you look at, say, like Clash of Clans, how Clash does replays is basically they record where you press the screen like an XY axis and a timestamp. And they do that for your 200 or so troops. So you get 200 inputs, and then basically the AI just redoes the battle exactly as you did it. With Brawl, you've got 6 people doing 2 inputs constantly, like the whole match. So there's hundreds, maybe thousands of inputs every single match. So that's a lot more for the servers to store. And especially, you know, with how many matches are going, we want to be able to store more than one replay. So it's taken a lot on the back end for our servers to get prepared for that. In addition, we have to think of a place to put the replays. We need like some kind of maybe a battle log or somewhere to store all those replays. So they will most likely not be ready for this update, but we're making a lot of progress on them, and we hope to get it in the next one. Thank you guys for sticking with us through the whole video. We cannot wait to get this update out to you. And a huge thanks to Lex Mobile Gaming on YouTube, Kairos Time on YouTube, and Trickshot on Reddit. We will see you in the update.